Right, welcome back to the challenge, the newbie challenge. We've got a little bit to do today. We're now into the first part of late spring. Not far off having to do the bunker again, clear that again, but just at the moment we've just got the little bit of cleaning up, filling up to do. I thought I'd do that today, then I think the next episode will be we start the bunker work again. Yeah, looks like we've got it all. Not a lot in here, but there's enough to make it worthwhile. I think we still need some more straw in there, but it looks like as you know, this for the second year I'm not so much rushing through, but I'm not doing everything on screen. Just doing a little bit of everything. Sort of missing a lot of days out. You've seen it all before if you watched it, so you know exactly what's going to happen. Not going to be a surprise to you, but I should imagine it's not going to be a surprise. Let's just see what else we've got. Got 90 eggs, so I might go and sell those off too today. Got us some water, or straw is alright. Need some grass and some parfo, right. Get the... Right, I mean, the grass will have to be the last thing we do, because we need the forks on to do parfo. We'll do that next thing, then take the forks off. Do the water, then go and get some grass. That should keep us occupied today. Now, for those who don't know, the whole idea of this, by the way, this is, as you probably already gathered, this is 17, Farming Sim 17, and I'm using Newbie Farm version 4 by Cavalier Roy, the one of which he nerfed quite considerably the silage. And I just thought, I wondered to myself, is it possible to actually, with what you're given, to actually make it pay? Because not only did he nerf the silage, but he also had most of the equipment was leased. So what I did was I got rid of all the leased stuff, sold off all the equipment we had and rebought. Now, when I say rebought, I only use stuff which is vanilla or in one of the DLCs. I also allowed myself, if I needed, the straw add-on pack and the massy pack, but haven't used anything out of either of those. But the only thing I use which isn't vanilla is the tractor itself, which is from the Modern Classics pack, which is an excellent tractor. Just right for this job. It's powerful enough for me to be able to do all the work I need to do. It can run a front centre mower plus the smallest forage wagon at the same time, which speeds things up no end. It's got front forks, it's got 3 points front and rear, full 3 points. So it's got everything I need. So this is the only tractor we've got. Equipment, I'll cut that down to just at the minimum I can get away with. Just before I got rid of the mixer, I did mix up a whole load of TMR. And this is the last of it. I think we haven't got anywhere else. It's only what's left in this shed. And as you see, we're already into late spring. I reckon before the autumn we're going to be run out, but we have got bales which were given by Roy at the start. Still got quite a few straw bales. All the silage bales have been used, and we've got some hay bales. And I'm hoping there's going to be enough of those to get us through. Not only am I trying to survive, I'm also trying to get rid of the debt, because to buy the stuff I got, I had to borrow quite a bit. The cows you see here What you start with, with 20 cows, but now I think 22, because they, they do what cows do naturally. I think I'll put one more in there, and that will do. Should better turn around here, actually. I'm not using too many scripts on this. Not too many of my normal scripts. There's no gearbox. There's no more realistic. None of those. No manual attach. Everything is fairly vanilla. I'm using all of those on the other 17 map we're still playing, which is Blickling. Blickling will stay for quite a while. This one, as soon as I got through to late winter, possibly we'll run it through to early spring. All of this one will finish. I'm not going to take it on for a third year. It's been an interesting experiment. The only thing which I can't do much about is which was a great pity, is the slurry. I can't sell the slurry off. Slurry can go into the BGA, but you need a small slurry tanker, and there isn't one in vanilla or any of the official DLCs. So I'm stuck with the slurry in there and the sounds of the Digistate over there. I can't move any of that out. I will cheat a bit if I find the Digistate is filled up and I can't do anything. Well, I'll see what we've done. Oh, only 7 minutes. Let's do another one. I mustn't fill it right up, because I don't think that the next day I'm going to get any chance to do any of this anyway, because it's going to be flat out emptying the silage bunker, selling that off. One little model I'm using is the unit convert. I quite like that. Well, like most mods can think of it, I'm a bit of a modaholic. I think this one will do it, and we drop the forks off then. Go into the water, then come back and hook up to the mower and the forage wagon, forage trailer. The only equipment you've got, you can just put seal all over here. That's the only trailer we've got. Here's the forage wagon. I've got a weeder, so I can use the well, but really it's a cheat. I can weed as soon as I'm mown, weed again just before I cut, just as ready to cut, and then with the one level of fertilisation you get on anyway, it gives me my full 3 positions. So just, oh yeah, it's close enough now, 89%. There's enough for a couple of days anyway. Hope my voice hangs out for this. Alright, let's move this in here. Oh, you can see the front mower, the weeder and the bale spikes, and of course the bucket. I'll drop the bucket off. I'm back. So it's out of range. Because I'm not using manual attach, I have to make certain everything's out of range before I press the button. I'll get the weight onto the other end. Well, no, I dropped the weight right off. I won't need it anymore, so we'll drop that off here. First thing I'm going to do is go and do the water. I'm hoping that there's enough in the tank. I don't have to go and fill it up. I can't remember how much is in the tank. I can definitely recommend the map, by the way. I've played a lot with Cavalier Roy's maps, and they're all very good indeed. Newbie is one of the longest running maps that I know of. It's been in every version from 2011 on. And each one improves. In 19 it's no longer called Newbie, it's now called Riverview, but it is the same, basically the same map, but updated for 19 with all the niceties that 19 adds to it. This one is the version 4 and this is Seasons Ready. And I think both ourselves at PCSG, whoa, go on Bessie, so walk across there, and FSUK have full range of Cavalier Roy's maps. You have to look on the earlier ones for Luke, was his name, I think Luke 159. I have actually a copy of every one there, all through. Don't play them all, mind you. I don't play 11 much because it seems a bit strange to play FS11. I can play 13, 15, 17, 19, but I can't play 11 very well. Just doesn't seem much to actually go at in it. It's very basic. But look at those, it makes you realise just how far Farming Sim has come. I haven't a copy of the original Farming Sim, but that's the only one I think I'm missing. But I'm not going to worry about completeness on that. Not in terms of if that would run. Surprisingly enough, 11 runs well. Oh, steady on. No, grass, I've got 2 meadows, and all the fields, by the way, start grass when you get them. Luckily, it's crop grass and not the sort of decoration, so you don't actually have to plough it in. You can just cultivate it in, or any other way of doing it. If you've got a seeder which doesn't need any ground prep, you can use that. But it just adds the fact that when you take over, there's no crops in anywhere. Hence no missions on this, by the way. Mind you, unlike the 19 contract system, I didn't like the mission system at all. Alright. I've done very few of them. Wasn't so bad when the Seasons guys got a hold of the missions, but I found they made too much money too easily. Yeah, I know, I complained about making too much money. Well, one thing we have got in there, which I'll just bring through so you can see it. Oh, best thing there is that, but I'll just change this amount. I might just have a look and see if I can see where the best places to cut are. That's why it wasn't shown there. You can see we have 11 and 16, the 2 fields we have, and I'll get the grass for the cows from the sheep pastures. We're not using sheep. If I had sheep, I wouldn't. I haven't put the any of the automatic water fill mod or the grazing mod in. Done it again. I always misjudge that. And it is a... Oh well, we'll come in and do it again. trouble is I tried to go, I didn't come wide enough out. There's only one way in here. You can't get in an angle. You have to hit it like that. Now I should back it into the switch. It's not on. Just a sort of. Drop it in at 1. Oh no, I'm looking at 11. That's the next one I want to be looking at. I won't want much. About half a ton will probably be enough, but we'll take a ton out. You see, we're going around the outside, we're picking some. It's still on first level grass. I don't bother to fertilise any of this because I don't need a great deal. I think one pass round the headland will do it. I think we've probably got enough now. So we'll just cut across here and come back out again. And I think for the last few minutes we'll take a little drive up, sell the eggs off. I think we've got enough to make it worthwhile selling. Because this being the only vehicle I got, it costs quite a bit of maintenance. Instead of our seasons ends up on 17 maintenance once a year, really, it's all. This is twice a year because the hours you're doing. Well, I think we've got enough of this, so I'm going to just drop the mower in here. We won't want that anymore at the moment. If I was going to add a mod to this to make it better, I think the gearbox mod would go in because it makes it easier to run slow. I find you just put it in the right gear, especially on something like this, which should be a manual box. But I made the decision that no gearbox right from the start. Well, this is a worthwhile map to play, but if you're on 19, I recommend I'll give Riverfoo a look. Now, don't expect to make a lot of money quickly on it, because on that, Roy, I was going to say, it's nerfed the prices. He hasn't actually nerfed them. He's brought them back down to more realistic level. I think things like barley, not far off real life prices. Well, that's it. That's all we're going to put in there, so we should now be nice and full in here. Have a look. You can see where we went round. There's a lot in there. Had a lot of food in there. Well, look at that. Oh yes, look here. Straw is okay at the moment. Par food is okay at the moment. Everything else is 100%. Can't do better than that. We've got 90 eggs, so I think it's worthwhile going to sell the eggs. I don't know how much they're going for. Don't know if it says in here. No, it does at 19, but no, it doesn't in this. There's a well put together map. It's not an overly amount of space to driving around and manoeuvring in the yard, as you'd expect actually on a British farm. They're not renowned for having too much space. Ah, look at this. I'm learning how to reverse it long last, I do. Right, we'll just pick up the weight. Now I won't want the weight, not just for driving on the road. Let's go and sell off the eggs. This may well be quite a short video. What I'll do then is take it through the next day at the end, because I think we're going to get back in to and from the egg sale point in 10 minutes. And we will be moving the silage, selling the silage. And as I said, that is not a very good price for silage. It's fairly dismal. It's about £80 a bucketful roughly at the start, and it soon drops to under 70. There's another one of those maps I always feel at home in. I think the modern, the 11 was fairly flat. It wasn't a flat map, but it was fairly flat compared to from 13 on. This really does test more realistic, and it tests now the semi more realistic that 19 has. So actually, it's a very good version of it. I have to take my hat off to Giants. It's well done. I didn't realise it was in there until I turned the traction trailer over. And then it wouldn't right itself unless you know all well with vanilla farming sim. It used to, if you turned it over, it used to just put itself back on its wheels. I'll try and remember what's down this side. Try and remember where the egg sell point is. I think it's in here. That's one of the things I haven't got used to. You can almost every version this has moved the egg sell point. That's been moved 2 or 3 times on the 17th version of Newbie. Oh, that's another 500 odd pound. And just a matter as we know, we only owe 40,000. Yeah, 40,000 now, so we're not that bad off. One of the things you notice with the 19th version is a lot of the buildings have been updated. Now, most of the town is still the same, and I actually like the fact that there's these really old houses, and there's a few new ones. There we are, look, there's more newer stuff here. It actually gives the look that the town has grown over the time, or the village, more village of the town. It's actually grown over the time. Grown organically rather than just been placed there. It's small things like that what makes a map for me. Like, I love Blickling, as you all well know, which is why I'm still playing it. Because it feels to me like a real place. I loved Old Ridge, which I kept playing for a long time after 17 landed. Because it became a real place. But I also love Scuderia's work, because Scuderia always seemed to put something odd in, you know, like fences and proper fences, farm fences. There's a bit of hedge, some badly maintained fence, then some like a bedstead or bath in to fill a gap in. Very realistic. And say Blickling has got the birds everywhere, and but the audio on Blickling is so well done. So in the right area where you expect to hear any particular type of bird, and not just placed in any old way. Old Ridgehead, of course, the farm pond, which had a whole lot of rubbish dropped in it. Very realistic. Now, I'm going to put the forks back in there, I think, next. Then we just take it forward a bit. Because the next thing will be emptying the bunker. Should have got the slightly bigger forks, actually. It's got it. I've got it. I don't know what to put the whole episode without getting it, without driving out of the cab. That's amazing. Right. Drop this off here. See what this is like. This is 86%. Right, I'm going to take it for today, then we'll call it for the day. I use upside down as fast forward for those who are interested. And I can't see where you should be. Right, before we actually go forward, I'm just going to clear the eggs which will have been lying before we go into night. I'm not going to start here because at 7 o'clock at night, light isn't going to last long enough. I will take it forward to about mid-morning on the morrow, just so we have good light. I know one of the problems with seasons is because after the weather conditions, it could change the light levels quite considerably. Some people have problems watching it because it's too damn dark. Oh, there's still one in there somewhere. Try and catch that. Oh, is that it there? Oh, yeah, nestled in there. I'm just glad this grass don't grow in there, because it'd be impossible to find the eggs. Right, look. Change tent forward. Tonight. We go for the morning anyway. And we can actually now sell off or pay back another bit of the loan. Got another 12 eggs there, so I'll go and get those next. Straw is now, it's half full now, but we'll leave that until after we've done this. I will just need to clear things out. We'll clear the muck out of there, and I forget what the hell I was going to do. Oh yeah. Alright, repay another 5,000. Need to get the eggs, and we'll just clear that so next time we'll be straight in. When I find the entrance, there we are. We'll be straight into the bunker work. Oh, chicken. Amazing that we've got no hens here, but also laying white eggs, they're all brown. Normally the white chickens would be laying white eggs anyway. But it appears, anyway. Certainly with our bantams. Right. Oh, wrong one. There's still one in there. Because I jumped out like an idiot. Let's see if we can see that last one. Ah, it's there again. That's always that little bit there. I'm just going to clear the muck out of the cows. And that's the BGA bunker. No long distance to travel. I think it could get very tedious if I first had to fill a trailer up and drive halfway across the map to tip it in, then to tip it on the ground and put it back, then bucket it in. That would get rather tedious, I fancy. It's a little bit here we're missing. I don't know if I can get to that if I'm very careful. Oh, it looks like we got it. I just went up. We're going to say we got it anyway, whether we did or didn't. Anyway, once we just tipped this in, thanks very much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please consider leaving a like. I realise this is not the most exciting series going, but you have to give me credit for persistence. Or it's just credit for being stupid. One at the cover. Let's just see what it looks like now. Oh, grass ain't too bad now. And you see, it's 11 you can see down there still ain't grown enough to what I cut. Anyway, if you're not subscribed and like to see more of what I get up to, feel free to subscribe. Always happy to fresh blood. Fresh blood. If you've got any questions, queries, suggestions, or whatever else, although I won't be taking too much notes of suggestions, this is now getting near the end. Just going to lift that up, ready. Feel free to post them in the comment section. I read everyone, and I try and reply to everyone. Oh, look at that, look nice. It looks good enough to eat, don't it? So that's what we're going to be doing next time. I said I was going to fast forward, but no need, I think. Nice bright day, so we leave the time where it is. Alright, and with that, it's me saying cheerio for now. Cheerio.